Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I've been away for a little while. I've been away for about 2 months, something of that nature, and I thought I would come back in and just explain to you probably why I've been kind of absent / dormant for the last couple of months. This is literally off the cuff video, no preparation whatsoever. So this probably be a little bit willy-nilly, a little bit in regards to where my brain's thinking. So I'll probably be throwing stuff in, taking stuff out, But I wanted to keep it raw, want to keep it real. So how this video ends up will be how it's published. Let's keep it real. So I kind of came off the YouTube and this channel a couple of months ago, and the reason being for two reasons. One is well, probably three reasons actually. One, I don't think I was in a great headspace at the time. In truth, to be as much as I was using this platform as a little bit of self therapy, I probably wasn't doing myself any favors either, and I probably certainly wasn't doing you guys any. The videos kind of, when I watched them back a little bit later, kind of felt a bit doomy gloomy. And I didn't want to be doom and gloom. I don't want to be that person that's doom and gloom and and the glass is half empty and and that sort of thing. I want to be that person that that picks people up and can advise if needs be, and we can all come together for those of us that are in the same boat. We are redundant and we are working our way through back into employment. I wanted to be that voice where I can kind of give some hints and tips, get some feedback from yourselves. We can have a bit of a community, that sort of thing. But I felt that, with the mindset that I was in, I probably wasn't doing myself justice, and I certainly wasn't doing you justice. So it was time to check out a little bit and work on myself. And also as well, I think, like any other YouTube channel, it takes a bit of time to get going. So it takes a bit of time when you're new at it to understand what all these algorithms mean and what this means and what that means. And also I've took a bit of time just to brush up on my little bit of YouTube knowledge. So yeah, that's kind of why I've really been out. And also time has just gone as time does. 1 minute it's Monday, next minute it's Sunday, and time has gone. And must admit, I didn't quite realise that I'd been away from you guys for quite that length of time. But I'm back. I am back, and I'm back in force. So with that said, what have I been doing? So I've been doing a bit of job searching, haven't we all? I've been doing a bit of job interviewing, and I'm kind of, thinking to myself, what is it that Emily really wants? And what Emily doesn't want to do is work for the big man. She doesn't want to work for the big man. She doesn't want to be told, Emily, you need to think about your behaviours. Emily, you need to do this. Emily, you need to do that. Emily, you need to not do this. Emily, you need to not do that. I'm 51 years old, I don't mind telling you, and I've been doing that since I was 14, and I'm like, enough. What you see is what you get. Come on. She's not a bad person. She's just blunt and says it as it is. Do you know what I mean? Marmite, like it, don't like it. Either way, it's on the shelf. You can buy it if you want it. And that's me. So, with that said, I've come looking at things that I don't want, and I don't want to work for the big man. I don't want to work for the big boss. I'm more than that. I'd rather work for somebody that's a little bit more low key, someone where you're not lost in the numbers. You're not just a number on a spreadsheet. You're a bit more of a person. They kind of want to know your name. They kind of want to know what you've done the weekend. They kind of want to know these things. It's not just a tick in a box exercise. They actually want to get to know you, and and they actually embrace who you are rather than trying to tell you not to be who you naturally are, because it's really hard not to be the person who you just naturally are. It's like it's like climbing Mount Everest and never getting to the top, or trying to go against, the big wave, or, gets swimming against a tsunami. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So that's that. And also I've been doing a little bit of dabbling a little bit here, dabbling a little bit there. To see exactly, throwing a few things a bit to the wall and seeing what sticks. So what I've started to do, and I've only been doing it really recently, and I say really recently, I'm talking the last 5 weeks, is I've just started, pretty where my time's gone, to be fair. I've just started looking at reselling on eBay and Vinted, and I have got a video that I did yesterday that I'm going to put on. Now, I'll give you a heads up, it does say at the very beginning, welcome to my new channel, because what I was going to do, to be brutally honest, I was going to ditch this channel and start all over again. But you know what? How rude is that? How rude of me to do that to you. You guys have taken the time to watch my content. You've taken the time to subscribe, and I'm really grateful for you for subscribing. I really am grateful for that. It really has given me a boost to know there's people out there that actually want to hear what Emily has got to say. So I'm really grateful. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for your comments. It really does mean a lot. And that really has given me the inspiration for this video, really. I didn't realise until I clocked onto it today that actually I've got more subscribers than I had 2 months ago when I left it. So it's like, so really, really, really a big, big, big hug and thank you. So yeah, so I was going to ditch this video, as I said, start a new one, fresh, clean, but no, that's rude and I'm sorry. That's not what I should be doing. I should be bringing it to this YouTube channel so that you guys can see the journey that I am making. So that video will be coming very shortly. So yeah, so back to my reselling. So I've been doing a bit of reselling, and I've got to say it's been hard work. One is, what is it you're going to resell? What are you going to be known for? Question number 1. Answer required. Then it's going to then source the stock. Where do you source it from? Where are you going? Is it going to be charity shops? Are you going through your cupboards? Are you going to car boots? Are you going through wholesale? Are you going to go Vinted resale, so buy from Vinted to resell on Vinted? Or eBay or Depop or all the other ones that are all starting to pop up out of the crevices. So what you're going to do, what you're known for, how you're going to go about doing it. And now that time's been taken up for me, or my time has been taken up doing that. What I've also started, and this is literally hot off the press, what I've also started as of last Friday, and we're now in Wednesday, so we're not even a week down the road yet, is I've started my own cleaning business. Now, what I'm yet to say is that I'm yet to get a client. But you've got to put the foundations in, haven't you? So I've been putting the foundations down, getting it onto Facebook, trying to work out, how do I go about doing this? Which is the best way to go? I used to be a sales and marketing manager back in the day, and I mean back in the day. But that was when you had leaflets. That's when you put things in papers. I mean, you don't have papers really anymore, and if you did, no one reads them. And you certainly didn't have Facebook the way it is now. You certainly did have a lot of the internet that is being used for now certainly wasn't being used for back then. Didn't do TikTok things, didn't do all that sort of, what else is there? Oh, Instagram, TikTok, all that sort of stuff. It just wasn't there. So I'm now back to learning the new way of working. So I've started that. I'm starting to learn my way around, and that is a learning curve. But it's not, I really don't want to work for the big man. I really don't want to work. If I can work for me, for myself, that would be the ideal way to go. And I do think now, with the way that employment is, the way that getting a job or a role is, and just how difficult people are finding it, because there's so many more. I don't know. What do you think? Is there more people than there is jobs available, or is it just that people aren't hiring, or you just, I don't know, tell me, but usually, what's your been experience when you be going for job searches and you be going for job interviews? What is it, do you think, that's stopping you from getting your roles or stopping you from getting the jobs that you've applied for? I think for me, the job that I did before, I really don't want to do that anymore. I've really fell out of love with it, and I haven't fell back in love with it yet. And so if someone said to me, Emily, do you want to go and be a project person again? I'd like, no, thank you, I don't. So it's kind of figuring out exactly what it is that you do. If you loved what you did, then that's the pathway that you head into again, because you loved what you did. But if you fell out of love with it and you don't want to do that again, then first thing you've got to figure out is, well, okay, then, so what do I want to do now? And I've took time to try and figure that out. And quite honestly, I want to really work for me. Honestly, that's what I want to do. I want to work for myself. I definitely don't want to work for the big man. And I keep saying it because it's so true. I so don't want to work for big man. I don't want to work for a big corporation and a big organisation where you are just a name and a number on a spreadsheet and you are nothing more to them. And literally, the minute you walk out the door, when you've been made redundant, the next question they say is, how's Emily? And they go, who? Who? 22 years, and I guarantee now that people where I used to work, if someone said my name, they go, who's that? Oh, she used to work here. Oh, did she? Oh, what did she do? Oh, okay. And then I'll just move on. That's how much of an impression, really, these days. Not the impression you make, this is how much companies really care now. They just don't anymore. So yeah, I'm getting myself on a bit of a soapbox, so I gotta get off of it. Get off my soapbox. So yeah, so I've been starting my cleaning business, trying to get that off the ground. That's purely going through Facebook. So if you are in the Stafford area of Birmingham, or I should say West Midlands, because it's not quite Birmingham, it's in Staffordshire, and you do know somebody that needs somebody to, give their house a bit of a spruce on a weekly basis, or just a one-off, or if you're somebody out there, or you know somebody that's, just tenancy, at the end of the tenancy they need a cleaning, then by all means, come and give me a shout. My new business is called E&B. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's called EB Clean and Care. And you will find me on Facebook. But what I will do is I'll drop a link in the comments below. Also, if you're interested in anything that I've got to sell on Vinted, then again, I will put that also, a link to that in the description below as well. But if you want to know, the actual username on that is cuteemily. I didn't pick it. I would have called myself Cute Emily, for sure, not at all. But anyway, that's been quite a few years ago, so I might have been cute back then. I certainly ain't cute anymore. But anyway, so yeah, Cute Emily, if you want to take a look at what I've got sitting on Vinted. And if you want to have a look on YouTube and see what's going on the cleaning side of things, then yeah, EB Clean and Care is the Facebook page for that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Let me know what you've been doing. What have you guys been doing the last couple of months since I've been gone? And also, do watch out for the next video, as I will be giving you a little bit of insight as to what I've been buying for the Vinted channel. Other than that, that's it for now. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a little bit scattergunny, but it really was an off-the-cuff video for you guys. Again, a real big thank you for subscribing. A really good big thank you for your comments. That really was the inspiration for this video, to get me back up and get me back in front of that screen. So I really do thank you for the love. And I really do hope, I'm really bringing out the love back to you. And I really do hope for those of you that are going through the same situation as me, that, the world's being kind to you, and you're getting the support that you need, and you're getting the support that you want from your nearest and dearest and your loved ones. But by all means, do reach out, do comment. I will obviously comment back to you now that I'm back in. I will obviously comment back to you. I have caught up on the comments, so please do look at those and give those a read. But other than that, I will say goodbye for now. Please do take care of yourselves, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye.